The birth of Sigma Boy. Welcome. Today, I will tell you a story that can reach the darkest corners of your soul. This is not just a tale but a mystery that will make you think. Who is Sigma Boy? How did he come to be? And what price did he pay for his strength? Stay until the end, and you will learn something that will forever change your perception of loneliness and power. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more captivating stories. Now, let's begin. The beginning of the journey. It all started in a small provincial town. Max was an ordinary teenager who was used to being invisible. He wasn't considered cool, didn't shine at parties, and was far from the life of the crowd. His days were filled with classmates' mockery and his parents' cold indifference. Loneliness became his default state. One evening, Max was walking home through a dense forest. It was his usual route, but something was off that night. The forest, usually alive with the sounds of nature, was silent. No rustling wind, no singing birds. Just silence. And then he heard a whisper. "You're alone too. Do you want to become stronger?" The voice seemed to emanate from the forest itself. Max froze. Fear gripped him, but the whisper was enticing, promising something greater. The voice led him to an old, abandoned house that the locals called the Echo House. Rumor had it that those who entered either vanished or went mad. But Max, driven by curiosity and a sense of challenge, stepped inside. The trial in the house. The house greeted him with creaking floorboards and a suffocating layer of dust, as if it had been waiting for this moment. In the central room stood a large mirror, and on its surface, written in blood, were the words, "Embrace loneliness. It will make you stronger." Max stepped closer. In the mirror, he saw his reflection, but it was different. The eyes were hollow, the face cold and stern. The reflection spoke. "You want to be strong, but you cling to people. They laugh at you, betray you, and abandon you. Let go of them. Embrace loneliness, and I will give you a strength no one can break." The words seeped into his mind like poison. Max remembered all the moments of pain, the classmates' mockery, his parents' indifference, the nights spent crying. Tears of bitterness froze in his eyes. "What do I have to do?" he asked. The reflection extended its hand. "Just touch it." Max hesitated but, driven by despair, touched the cold, glassy hand. The world around him went dark. He felt something crawl into his consciousness, like a cold shadow. When he woke up, the mirror was shattered, and on the floor was written, "You've made your choice." The transformation. From that day on, Max was different. His gaze became piercing, his movements confident. He no longer sought approval or tried to please others. He realized that strength lay in solitude. No one could hurt him because he let no one into his soul. But with new strength came peculiarities. Every time he looked in the mirror, his reflection stared back with a sinister smile. Sometimes, he heard whispers from dark corners of his room, "You chose this path. Don't stray from it." Max became a legend at his school. He stopped reacting to mockery, indifferent to others' opinions. People began to respect him, and some even feared him. But he knew this was just the beginning. Inside him was a shadow that grew and whispered, "You've become strong, but the price has yet to be paid." A new life. Over the years, Max transformed into the one we now call Sigma Boy. His life was meticulously disciplined. He worked on himself, avoided unnecessary connections, and believed that no one was worthy of entering his inner world. He thought he had reached the peak of strength. But the shadow born that fateful night never left him. Every night, before bed, he heard a whisper, "You are alone because you chose this. But what if one day you want to go back?" One day, A girl entered his life who saw beyond his cold mask. She tried to get close to him, but the shadow in his mind whispered, "She will destroy you. Leave her before it's too late." Max faced a choice: accept her and risk losing his strength, or stay true to the path of solitude. But that's a story for another time. So, friends, do you think Max made the right choice by embracing loneliness? Or is true strength found in opening your heart to others? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to know what happened next to Sigma Boy, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. This story is far from over. See you in the next video.